We're like, go to Russia, you'll get a minor. So this is 1995, this is when the mob runs everything. And they tell us that. They're like, listen, we've paid off the mafia to keep you safe. I'm in St. Petersburg, Russia going, this trip just got awesome. And so they give us 2 young gangsters. The word for that in Russian is banditi.
And so you had 2 Russian gangsters who were there to protect you?
Walked us to class, walk us back from class, lived with us, take us on field trips. They're like, don't talk to them. They're in the mafia. I was like, they're gonna be my best friends.
Right.
So I grab a bottle of vodka, knocked on their door, and I planned a sentence. I was gonna say, Здравствуйте, меня зовут Bert, очень приятно, я работаю кошка. But the second I'm face to face with a real gangster, tattoos, wife beater, cigarette, track pants, and he just looks at me, I freeze, and everything I planned on saying flooded in my head, and all I said to him in Russian in his doorway was, I am the machine.
As an accident.
As an accident. And he starts laughing hysterically, brings me in a room full of all Russian gangsters. He's like, stop, tell them what you said. I'm like, I'm the machine. And they just looked at like, he's the machine. And they loved me.
So so then what happens? You've got the Russian mafia and you're known as the machine.
Yeah.
How much do you hang with these guys? Do you go places with them?
Every night they ran our trip. They could walk into my class and go, machine, pойдем. And I'd just leave class. It was the greatest summer of my life.
And so
we ran a pool hall scam, we stole a boat.
Did you really do these things?
Oh, it gets worse.
Okay.
We take a trip to Moscow, overnight train trip. I tell Igor, he's the guy that answered the door. I go, hey, we should get a nice car. He goes, I can't go. Different mafia runs train, different mafia runs Moscow.
Oh, so the guy who's with you in Moscow can't come with you. I mean, he can't come with you most of the time, so you have to go with someone else. 2
new gangsters. He introduces me at the train. He goes, guys, this is the machine. If you give the machine vodka, you'll have a great time. So he's like, this is Igor, this is Igor. I was like, great. They take me to first class, and we start boozing hard. They're like, I can't wait to play with the machine.
Right.
The conductor comes in, he's like, this is a present for the machine. And like, rips off his stars and stripes. I'm 22 years old going, oh, these machine stories might have gotten out of control.
Yeah. The word's out about you in Russia, yeah.
Oh, and we drink all the booze, and then we go to the bar cart, walk into the bar cart, Big Igor just says, machine, go behind the bar and grab bread, chleb. And I'm like, oh, I'm learning the language.
Right.
Not through textbooks. I'm learning it my way by joining the mafia.
Right.
I'm behind the bar like, Igor, I know what you said. He's like, grab bread. And I'm like, chleb, grab cheese, sir. I'm like, grab vodka. I already know that one. He's like, grab the money. I'm like, huh? He goes, grab the money. And I realize we're robbing the bar cart, and I'm the one doing it, hooked on phonic style.
This is incredible. Dude, this is incredible.
Go back to our first class cabin, start drinking hard. Teacher shows up. She hears about it. She goes, opens the door with that liberal arts confidence, you know, and just like, this is over. You're done, mister. Get up. And Big Igor looks at me, smiles, takes a big sip of vodka, spits it in her eyes, and goes, no one talks to the machine like that.
Wow.
Shuts the door and goes, that bitch, this is Russia. Don't worry, machine, when it gets dark, we have good time. I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing
when it's dark, we have good time?
When it gets dark, we have good time.
So, okay, so please, I need to know, so you're with these guys, does a train trip ever end?
Oh, it's an all-night train trip.
Yeah.
It isn't even dark yet.
Yeah.
Pulls out the keys, and he goes, we're robbing the whole train. And I was like, let's do it. I go, let's start with my class. So we robbed them first, and then we robbed the whole train, and then
You robbed the whole train, right?
And then we just drank hard.
Okay, then eventually you pull into the station. There must be repercussions, right?
Pull into Moscow, door opens, same teacher's like, they've alerted the police. And I see 2 cops talking to my whole class. They're upset, they've been robbed, I get it. Apparently they've never heard snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Big Igor's completely unfazed, like, don't worry, I speak to police for both of us. And I was like, oh, this will be perfect. Grabs a bottle of vodka, lights a cigarette, goes to the cop who's taking a statement, grabs him by the arm, spins him around, and just starts screaming inaudibly in Russian. And I'm going, this isn't how I would have handled that. Now the cop's staring at me, and I hear him bark out, "Пойдем, здесь, где?" Which I don't know what that means, but It doesn't sound like, you're okay, stay there.
Right.
I walk to the cop, who's standing in front of the class I just robbed. Next to the gangster I robbed them with, thinking, this isn't how I plan on spending my second junior year.
Right.
I get...
I like that little detail.
I get 5 steps from the cop, who looks impatient. He takes 2 big steps, grabs me by the arm, spins me away from my class, away from Igor, gets right in my face, and he goes, so, I understand you're the machine. Tonight, you party with us. I was like, what? I go, wait, hold on. I'm not in trouble? And he gets so close to me, I can smell his morning cigarette, and he goes, no, that bitch, this is Russia.